If you want to give your car a little bit more whimsy, there's no cuter way than bringing CDs back. So today I'm going to show you how to make your own CD car visor holder. It's a super easy, beginner-friendly project, and the result is just too cute not to share. So let's get sewing. The materials that you need are some sort of stabilizer. I literally just used cardboard that I had left over from a package and cut that to a length and width that is smaller than my base piece, which is what I'm cutting out now. So you'll have two base pieces. One will go on the very back of your CD visor holder and the other on the front. The front piece will not even be seen, which is why I just chose a boring beige color. And those base pieces will be 15 inches long by 6 inches in width. The next thing we are cutting out is our pocket fabrics. You should definitely make it the same width as you did for your base so that the pockets will reach the edges. So in this case, I'm doing 6 inches in width. And then for the length, after I did my math, I realized I should have cut this 20 inches. So your pocket pieces should actually be 6 inches by 20 inches. Right now, I'm kind of just getting an idea of what I want the folds to look like and how thick I want them, and also how far up I want the pocket to come up on the CD. So a lot of this can be personal preference, but I'll also share my measurements with you. So what I did is I figured this is the perfect spot to have it sewed down, and I knew I wanted 1/2 inch seam allowance on the bottom, and then I wanted 1/2 inch seam allowance to count for the fold over so that we wouldn't have raw edges. So that means every single pocket piece that I'm cutting out will be 5 inches by 6 inches. And here's just a quick recap of where we're at with our materials. We have our 2 long pockets that we're going to cut up, our 2 base pieces, and our cardboard. Okay, back to cutting out the pockets. So as a reminder, our pieces will be 6 inches by 5 inches, and if you cut the 20-inch length, this should give you 4 pieces each. Also, I am doing alternating colors, so I'm doing the yellow, then green, yellow, green for the pockets. You can do any combination that you'd like. You could do more colors in that case. Just cut out 5 by 6 inch pieces for whatever you need, and you'll be ready to go. The reason my strips aren't adding up to the exact length is because I cut out 18 inches instead of 20 inches. Alright, I have all of my pocket pieces cut out, and now I am just laying them out onto the base to see how far apart I want everything to be and where I should line them up. We're not sewing anything down yet. This is just me comparing. Ultimately, I decided on having the pocket pieces be about 1.5 inches apart from each other, and that will ultimately depend on the length of your base, but if you did everything the same as me, that is what I recommend. Also, for every pocket piece, we are going to fold over the top about 1/2 inch, and this is just going to prevent any raw edges from being seen. It not only will look better, but it will protect your fabric as you put the CDs in and out constantly. Also, be sure to take the time to, as you're going through each step, put the CDs in to kind of visualize the spacing, and to, more importantly, make sure that all of the CDs fit into the slots, because sometimes if you mess up your seam allowance or if you cut something a little shallower than you anticipated, it might actually prevent the usability of this later if the CDs don't actually fit. So here's the completed visual of what I am thinking it's going to look like at the very end. Again, everything is going to be 1.5 inches apart. Now we are going to take it to the sewing machine one by one, and we are going to sew the folds down. So I'm just taking the clips off of each pocket that's attached to the base and holding that fold down that I have originally folded. And that is the part that we're going to stitch, as you can see right here. Since the pockets obviously don't go all the way up to the top of the base, I did take one color and just stitch down a simple rectangle to make sure that none of the beige part showed. That's definitely optional, but I liked it aesthetically. And so now I'm clipping down the first pocket. So again, that's 1.5 inches from the top of this previous section. And we're gonna take it to the sewing machine and just sew down that bottom part. So after you sew it, it'll look something like this. Again, this is a time when you wanna test out to make sure you like how the CD is sitting. And if you do, just continue on with the same process until you reach the very end. Once you've sewed down all of the bottom of your pockets, it'll look something like this. Now we are going to grab the other base piece, and that's going to be the bottom. So we're going to kind of start a stack. So if you do have a pretty side on that, make sure that is facing out. Put the cardboard in the middle, and then put your other base piece that has the pockets attached to it on the very front. And you just want to line it up as perfectly as you can and clip it down. Once you have it all clipped down and ready to go, we are going to take it over to the sewing machine. And we are going to sew all the way around the edge. Since we'll be binding this, you don't need to worry about leaving a gap to flip it inside out or anything. So we're just going to sew all the way around, and we are going to do so with 1/2 inch seam allowance. Now, one thing you want to be careful for is to make sure you don't accidentally sew the cardboard. The cardboard should have accounted for the seam allowance, so it should be at least 1/2 inch smaller on every side. And if it's not, now's the perfect time to cut it down. Attaching the elastic is super easy. All you do is lay it out on top of your project. And honestly, depending on how much strength your elastic has, I might actually recommend you making it a little longer than this. It was kind of a tight squeeze, but I think it's because my elastic is so thick. So if you have a thinner elastic, this length should be fine. If it's thick like mine, I would give it an extra maybe inch so that it can easily slide onto your car visor. And then I would just add a zigzag stitch along all of the edges of the elastic to give it a little more strength, so that if you do have to pull on it, it won't actually pull it off of the fabric. And now onto the bias tape. Making my own bias tape is really my worst nightmare, but here we are because I can't plan ahead and go buy it. So I make my own bias tape. I'm making it 2 inches thick. I do love a thicker binding option because I just think it's a lot harder to mess up, and that's why I do it. That's my why. But if you are looking to make your own and aren't sure how to make it, I would recommend watching another video like on TikTok. There's some really good tutorials. But my ultimate recommendation would just be buying your own bias tape because this sickens me. So we're gonna treat binding this just like you would binding a quilt. So once you have your bias tape ready, you're just going to attach it in the same way you would to a quilt, kind of like I'm showing here. So you'll just stitch around, do your regular stuff. This is just definitely the part that I hate the most, but it's also the best in the sense that it's the last thing you have to do before your project is over. So it's also just so rewarding. So now we just fold everything over and get it prepared to stitch down the binding once and for all. Before you do this, make sure everything is pinned down exactly where you are going to sew, and then test the CDs in every single pocket. because the last thing you want to do is finish binding and then find out that your CD doesn't fit in widthwise. And once you finish attaching your binding, you are done. You now have a CD holder for your car. I hope you fill it up with lots of Taylor Swift CDs, some Noah Kahan, Gracie Abrams, ooh, and some Camp too. Just let me know if you have any questions about any single part of this process. It's just such a fun, whimsical little project that actually has use, and it makes your car insanely cute, I do have to say. But anyway, if you made it this far, thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know if you decide to make your own CD car visor. I would love to hear how the experience went. Bye!